Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
And welcome to Leisure Bit. And today we've got a couple of things to come for you. First one is we've got 2 questions of our top 3, what we are most looking forward to and what we are least looking forward to when we get in the camper van. And we're going to finish with the CampingDog prize draw. So let's get cracking. Right, so firstly, apologies. I've got a little bit of a croaky throat today. I've not been so well in the week, so hence the slight delay to getting this video out this week. But anyway, let's crack on. So the first question, and we'll start with Rachel. What's your top 3 things you're least looking forward to or worried about, even, with the camper van?
Oh, right, my first one's really easy. So, worried about, not looking forward to, so worried about actually, is I'm really worried this camper van doesn't actually exist. I'm really worried that we won't see it in 2021 either, and we get into 2022 for it. So that's probably my biggest worry. My second worry is kind of relating to that slightly, is will the price of petrol and diesel ever stop going up so we can actually afford to fill this van up when it does arrive? And my last one, this is my biggest worry, and this has actually kept me awake at night, is will both you and I be able to get in the camper van along with the mountain of stuff that David has already bought? Will we actually be able to fit us all in? That's what I'm really worried about, that, David.
Right.
What are you worried about?
I think the first one is bringing it back on the first day and getting it on the drive, because we've got a shared drive that kind of curves around. So that's the first bit to get round, and it's relatively tight, and then I've got to reverse it round a corner around the house, so not being a problem normally, but you can guarantee the neighbours will be out on the first time we bring it back watching that one. So really it's not so much worrying about reversing it round, it's the first time it comes back and having all the neighbours watching till I've got my method sorted out with that. So that's probably the worst one. Daft one, I know, but that's probably the one. So I'm hoping there's no neighbours in when we bring the van home the first time. The second one is making sure, as Rachel alluded to, with the different bits and pieces we've bought, 2 things. One, I'm sure there's some excess things that I've bought that will end up being of no use, and it's just making sure that when things aren't used, we remove them from the van. But the second part of that is, as you'll know by watching some of the other videos, I plan to do quite a lot of modifications to the van. And I don't want to make a mess of anything, and wherever possible I want to make it restorable. Obviously there's some things you can't do because you've got to actually drill through things or fit things. So it's just making sure it looks nice, works well, and there's nothing that kind of goes in that spoils the van as such. And when you see the stuff, you probably see some of the challenges there to get to. And finally, it's just making sure we get all of the use out of it. We embrace things and find places we wouldn't normally go. Because one of the reasons for getting a camper van rather than kind of a coach-built motorhome was to actually give a little bit more flexibility on places that can be visited. You know, getting places you perhaps wouldn't go with a coach-built motorhome, you know, down maybe some of the Scotland's narrower roads, the narrow roads in Wales, even narrow roads around here in the Yorkshire Dales, ensure that we don't go in the safe zone and always go and stay on campsites and things like that, and embrace a little bit of the either wild or semi-wild kind of camping. Not saying there's anything wrong with campsites, and we will use campsites an awful lot, I'm sure, but just want to make sure you push the boundary to get the most out of the camper van. So,
can I add an extra one that I've just thought of while you said that? Is I'm also a little bit worried that with all of these modifications that David's doing, we're never going to be able to get the van out on the road because it's always going to be in little bits with having things done.
So the second question was, what are you most looking forward to?
Okay, so I think what I've really enjoyed about the motorhome, and the thing that I've really been missing for the past few years, is being somewhere different all the time, getting in and going on a journey and exploring different places and seeing different things. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that. I like going out and about and exploring things that you wouldn't normally see, so looking forward to new adventures. My next one would be probably Roxy related, and she's looking at me again here, is I'm really looking forward to going to places with beaches and rivers, etc. for Roxy to have a really nice time and to explore. We went away last weekend to the seaside to Amble, and just seeing Roxy's face when she was on the beach is just magical. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to finding some really nice sites or places to stay. They've got really nice pubs or restaurants or places to eat. I love that when you can get set up and you can go and have something nice to eat and perhaps a little drink as well. So I'm looking forward to that. What about you?
So I think the first one is getting the van. It's got to be, because it's been such a long wait for it. And so just massively looking forward to the van turning up, and just fingers crossed it's not a unicorn van. So that's probably the biggest one to wait. It's been so many times where we've expected it, had campsites booked, as you've probably seen from some of the other videos, and as you'll know, for this year, and having to cancel those down. Obviously tried to make the most of it by doing something else instead of going to the campsites, but we're really looking forward to doing some things. So it's actually now getting to the point where it feels like it's getting closer. Fingers crossed, you know, in the next 3 or 4 weeks, hopefully I'll have a significant update on it and be that much closer to it then. And I think just kind of getting it, driving it, and moving along with it, that's probably the biggest thing, as I think it probably doesn't surprise anybody to hear that. The second one is I am quite looking forward to doing the mods. Again, with the just need to be careful, do a really good job of them, and I'm sure there'll be something goes wrong along the way somewhere, but hopefully it's not too disastrous with that. But I am looking forward to doing those. I'm looking forward to sharing them with you guys as well, and hopefully you'll find something useful with those. Final one, I think similar to what Rachel said, it's around being able to go to different places and explore things we hadn't been to before. And as Rachel mentioned, last weekend we went to Amble. We've got a video on Monday at 5 p.m. On the Amble trip, because just took a bit of a perspective if you went in your campervan or motorhome there. So probably worth a watch, because a really beautiful little town right on the coast. As Roxy really enjoyed herself, and it was really nice to actually go somewhere different. And we took a visit to Warkworth Castle while we were there, and that was just one of those kind of random things. We had no plans to do it initially, but it was actually a really lovely afternoon out. All the better that we were members of English Heritage, so it doesn't actually cost anything to park or go in, but that's kind of by the by. Would have happily paid to go in there, but just kind of the spontaneity of things like that I'm looking forward to, because I think it makes you feel more rested. We both work full time, and it's nice to get a bit of a break and go somewhere different. And what we found is taking a long weekend actually makes a really nice difference. So it felt like having more than a week off, I would say, last week. So I think that's the other thing really looking forward to. And in reality, once the other two kind of pass, it probably becomes the top reason for me, that one. So that's the one for me. So now it's time for everybody that entered the draw that you've been waiting for your chance to be picked out of the... We didn't have a hat, so we've gone with a ball. So let's move on to the prize draw.
Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, Your body, you're so close. No, I can't forget, no. When I saw you on the dance floor, oh, I saw you who saw me first. I guess it's history now, and I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. I didn't realize the danger, cause you're the end of the rainbow. And the music was so loud, didn't catch your name over this crowd. Girl, you should wear a name tag, cause all I wanna do is to know your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, that's the only way that I get your name. Girl, you should wear a name tag, it's too important to be your name. People gonna say what you want, right? Girl, you should wear a name tag.
Right then, let's give it a good shake around and randomly drawing. Let's check. Have I just got one there, Rachel?
Yep.
And the winner is, should I stay or should I tow now? Well done.
Well done.
Yay. Go on.
A massive congratulations to Should I Stay or Should I Tow Now. Well done, guys. Get in touch with us and we'll get your prize on its way to you as soon as possible.
And what I thought we'd do, since it's our first giveaway, is do a little bit of a couple of runner-up prizes where we've got a subset of stuff from here. So a few bits and bobs will pop in the post to you. So Rachel, would you mind drawing us out another?
How many?
Another one for now.
Okay.
And then we've actually got 2 to come.
Right, and the winner of the runner-up prize is Mick Dunn. So Mick Dunn, again, get in touch with us and we'll get you a runner-up prize.
And one final one. A good shake.
And the final runner-up is Paul Buckley. Paul Buckley,
Congratulations,
again,
Paul.
get in touch with us and we'll get you a runner-up prize in the post to you.
Drop us an email at campingdog@leisurebit.co.uk and then we can arrange to get them sent to you. Massive well done, guys. So that's all we have time for today. On Monday we have got the video to share on Amble, as we mentioned earlier, so please don't forget to check that one out, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care.